Welcome everyone to BVU Admissions Housing Day video. Today, in this video, we're going to take you through all the living options here on campus. We're going to show you a little bit, but not all. We're really going to describe the atmosphere of what it is to live on campus for our 3 residence halls, including Pierce White, Grand Liberty, and the suites. So basically, guys, these are going to be like quick little run-throughs. I'm going to quickly show you a little bit around, and I'm going to describe the atmosphere a little bit, even getting some first-hand accounts from students, but these will not be full tours. If you do want to check out full tours, you can go to this channel and you can find the full tours on there, so make sure to do that. Also, don't forget to subscribe to keep up with more of the content that we are producing for you guys. So let's get right into it, guys. Right now, if you can't tell, we're in our main freshman residence hall, Pierce White. We are right now up in the skybox where we have our beautiful football field right out here. A beautiful view for anyone that is looking. You know, Buena Vista, beautiful view. Yeah, you get it. So if you're in Pierce White is our main freshman residence hall. It is filled from top to bottom, full of freshmen, mainly freshman athletes. So it's crazy sometimes. There's a lot of fun. A lot of people enjoy it here. It's a really good way to meet a lot of freshmen and make a lot of friends. Let's not just have me talk about it. Let's get a first-hand account from a student.
My name is Zach Huffman. I'm a biomedical sciences major.
Describe the environment living here in Pierce White.
Well, we each have our own floor, and you get really close with the guys up there. I'm on 4th floor, and I'd say I'm pretty close with my half of the hallway. The other half is girls. But we're all kind of a family. We all kind of hang out together. Best thing is I'm really close to my classes. I don't really have to go outside often, especially when it's cold outside. The serve is right next door, so you just have to go down the steps. And another pro is you're with a large majority of campus here. Con, yeah, it's kind of noisy sometimes, but people usually are respectful about that too, if you ask them to quiet down. Overall, I think it's a really good atmosphere for especially freshmen and incoming students.
So again, the important things about Pierce White is you've got a bunch of freshmen living here, so a lot of people don't necessarily know what's going on. So it's a great place to make friends, come mutual ground. There's a bunch of washers and dryers in the basement. We've got, I believe, 20 washers and dryers. And like every residence hall, there's a lounge on like every floor. We've also got the kitchens, everything. So Pierce White is Pierce White is the first and one of the best places to live on campus. It is our most popular living option, I believe, especially for freshmen. So now that we've talked about Pierce White, guys, let's move over to another living option, especially one that's available for freshmen, and that is going to be Grand Liberty. We'll see you over there. Here we are, guys. Now we are in Grand Liberty, which is another one of our dorm living options here on campus. We just came from Pierce White, and now we're in Grand Liberty. Grand Liberty is a place that you can live as a freshman and as an underclassman, but there are some upperclassmen that live here too. Grand Liberty is really more of the chill out, really calm, quiet place to live on campus. So if you like to get your studies done, you like to be focused, this is a place that might be for you. Again, you still only have one roommate here. It's not like the suites where you have a bunch, but you have one roommate. There's still a lot of fun that goes on around here, but it's a more calm, chill environment. Liberty is our substance-free housing on campus, so Liberty, you can't have any alcohol or anything like that. We are a wet campus, so if you're above the age of 21, you are allowed to have that stuff in your room unless you live in Liberty. So moving on to Grand Liberty, again, is very similar to Pierce White as in its dorm style, but it's more of an open floor rather than a hallway. Let's hear what some of the Grand Liberty residents have to say about living here.
I'm Ashley Talene. I'm a sophomore. I'm an exercise science, kinesiology, and a rehab health science major, as well as a coaching minor. I would say living in Grand Liberty is probably one of the nicer places. It's not as crowded and not as many people. It's easier to be in the bathroom without getting waiting times per se. In PW, there was only 4 stalls, and you're basically on a whole hall with females, so you're standing there waiting to use the bathroom, while in here you can just walk in and go. The pros of living in Grand Liberty would definitely be less people, as well as the kitchen is just right upstairs, and there's also less people, so it's easy to get into there. And then you're basically secluded away, so it's nice.
So what are the cons to living in Liberty?
Definitely the walk during the winter. I mean, walking in the science center is rough because it's not right there. You're not connected to the serve or anything.
Again, Grand Liberty, it's similar to Pierce White. It's a little bit quieter, a little bit less crowded. You do have a little bit smaller laundry rooms, but there's still plenty, unlike the suites where there's not very much room in the laundry room. You still do have a kitchen, which is upstairs, and every space does have a lounge. So Grand Liberty is another great place to live here on campus, guys. I hope you enjoyed this part. Again, if you want to go see more and the full tour of Grand Liberty, you can go check out the other videos that we do have on this channel. Now let's head on over to the suites. Finally, guys, we're at the suites, which is our main dorms for our upperclassmen. A bunch of the upperclassmen live here. The suites is a little bit different than Pierce White or Grand Liberty. It's more of an apartment-style living. You've got, your one main shared living space that you have with your 5 other roommates. So there are 3 rooms, and you still have a roommate, but it is more like an apartment-style living space. Like the other ones, you do have a kitchen right here. You also have laundry rooms that are a little bit smaller. You do have the dumpster out back still, but the biggest difference between the suites is the buildings are spread out kind of weird. So the buildings that we do have here in the suites, we have Constitution, Briscoe, and McCorkle. But the complicated parts about those is they're all separated into multiple buildings. There's 3 buildings of Con, there's 3 buildings of Briscoe, and there's 2 of McCorkle. So it does get a little bit confusing on where you're going. But the atmosphere for the suites, it's a fun atmosphere where you get to be around a lot of upperclassmen, a lot of collaboration and fun goes on around here. But why don't we hear from one of the students that does live here?
I'm Marcia, I'm 20, and I'm a strategic public relations major. It's definitely like a home apartment environment compared to all the other dorms on campus. It allows you to live closer to your friends and a room with a lot of other different people compared to just having one roommate in a sense. One of the biggest downs of living in the suites is you don't have people cleaning up after you compared to like the other dorms. You have different janitors cleaning, so you have to worry about keeping your suite clean. An upside is you get to live with your friends, and it's also a lot quieter, but also you can like go next door and talk to the people that live next to you also. The one thing about the suites is it's definitely nicer to live here compared to the dorms, just because you are able to have your own bathroom and don't have to have a common bathroom. So that's really nice.
So that's everything about the suites, guys. There is also a sand volleyball court back behind McCorkle, so that's something else that's fun. But those are the suites, guys. I hope you did enjoy this video about housing. We've got more videos coming, so make sure to check these out. I hope you're all having an amazing day. And don't forget to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. I hope you're all doing well. See you all in the next video.